Exodus chapter 1 verse 22. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect of Israel. Shalom. This is more proof that America is spiritually Egypt. Exodus chapter 1, verse 22. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. So our Israelite sons were cast into the Nile River in ancient Egypt, and they were fed to alligators and crocodiles. Our Israelite sons were fed to crocodiles in ancient Egypt, just like here in America, here in North America, during slavery and post-slavery, our Israelite babies were used as alligator bait, primarily in Florida and also in Louisiana, but mainly Florida. So this is more proof that America is spiritually Egypt. More proof. Let me read it one more time. Exodus chapter 1, verse 22. Exodus 1 and 22. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, Every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. And they even showed you this in that Disney movie, The Prince of Egypt. The nightmare of Moses. When Moses had that nightmare, that bad dream, he saw the truth, because that dream was a vision. He saw how he was delivered. He was delivered in ancient Egypt as a baby, and his life was spared. Okay, but the majority of the Israelite sons he saw cast into the river and fed to crocodiles. That's what he saw. Okay, so there's nothing new under the sun, because like I said, here in North America, the United States, which is Babylon the Great, and also the New Egypt, the modern day Egypt, our babies were used as alligator bait. Okay, so there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, now you have a lot of gainsayers, you have a lot of scoffers. They'll say, well, what's the proof that you were fed to crocodiles in ancient Egypt? A lot of idiots out there, man. The sons of Israel were cast into the Nile River. Now you have Nile River crocodiles. Okay, you see that? How it says to the left, Florida now has a Nile crocodile. But once again, here in North America, Israelite babies were used as alligator bait and crocodile bait. You can read these on your own, okay? But hey, man, it all hits the point. Look at the title. The gut-wrenching history, it says black babies, but really Israelite babies, of Israelite babies and alligators. But we can read a little bit of it. Read a little bit of it, all right? And it says how it's not a myth. Babies were used to lure gators and crocodiles for hunting. So this actually happened. And it's sad, man, but it's the truth. And Esau's going to pay. The so-called white man, he's definitely going to pay for this, all right? For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Now, let's jump down to right here. Now it says, was using black children or Israelite children as gator bait unacceptable? No. Unbelievably, no. It was acceptable. That was the Edomite standard. because they looked at us as slaves. They didn't care. Now it says the idea that Israelite children are acceptable gator bait was not born in the head of one zookeeper. It was a practice in the American Everglades that inspired lore and occasioned memorabilia. In 1923, Time magazine reported that colored babies, or Israelite babies, were being used for alligator bait in Chipley, Florida. The infants are allowed to play in the shallow water while expert riflemen watch from concealment nearby. When a saurian approaches this prey, he is shot by the rifleman. Hey, this is a gruesome history, man. Let's read a little bit more, okay? This tactic was more humane than the one described in a Miami News Times article. Alligator hunters would sit crying black babies, or Israelite babies, who were too young to walk at the water's edge. With rope around their necks and waists, the babies would splash and cry until a crocodile snapped on one of them. The hunters would kill the alligator only after the baby was in its jaws, trading one child's life for one alligator's skin. They made postcards, pictures, and trinkets to commemorate the practice. You Edomites got to pay, man. It's time for you to pay. It is time for you to pay. But the point is, this practice was also used in ancient Egypt. Nothing new under the sun, man. Okay, and that's really the point in this video. That's really the point. So this is more proof that America is spiritually Egypt. All right? And we're in a time when the modern day Egyptians and the modern day Pharaoh, Esau, and the Edomites are about to pay. All right? You Edomites, you so-called white people, you self-proclaimed white people, you are about to pay in this lifetime. With that, to the hopeful elect, I want to say, Shalom.